In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a new security camera and floodlight system that I have installed at my house. What's cool about this and unique is it has a 360-degree pan and tilt camera with motion sensors. It's got a built-in floodlight, and it's all customizable and controllable using an app. Lots to talk about. Let's jump into it. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do all sorts of different tech reviews, tips, tutorials, and more. But today I want to talk to you about this new security system that I have installed from a company called Eufy. And Eufy did send me this camera system for testing and review. So I want to go through all the different features, what comes with it, installation, and show you how you can use this security camera to keep you safer around your house. Let's talk about this 360-degree pan and tilt camera. So it does record in 2K full HD. It's got the AI in it that allows for subject lock and tracking, and then the floodlights that come with it go up to 3,000 lumens. So you can see the unit here as I'm taking it out of the box. And it also does come with a mounting kit, which you can see all the stuff that's in it, the quick start guide, as well as some stickers to stick on your windows. And then here is the mounting plate and screw that comes with the kit, some wire nuts, some more screws to help with mounting. You've got a hanging hook, which is super useful, and then a USB cable, which you plug the USB cable right in here, and next to that is a sync button. And that allows you to power up this unit without having it hardwired. There's the wires to hardwire it, and you can see with the adjustable screws, you can straighten the floodlights. You can also tilt the floodlights so you can arrange them to light whatever areas you want. The unit opens up with this button, so you can wall mount it, or you can push that back down to ceiling mount this unit. And when you are ready to start syncing this, you're going to want to download the Eufy Security app, and you can control this unit with this app. The first time you start it up, you're going to have to agree to their terms and then either log in or sign up for an account. And signing up just takes a couple of minutes. You can then sign in using your fingerprint. And then from this point in the app, you're going to add a device. Now, in order to add the device, you do have to have the device powered on. This is where using that included USB cable comes in handy, and you can see there's a power light on the side of the unit telling me it's powered on. From this point in the app, I'm going to add a device, and you can see all the different devices that Eufy sells as far as cameras, doorbells. Today, we're actually going to add the Floodlight Cam Pro. And in order to help sync it up with the app, there's a QR code that I'm going to scan with the camera on my phone, and that's going to start the process of syncing it up. Gives me some instructions here as far as keeping safe and powering it on. And from this point, I'm going to start syncing the unit to my app. So I am going to power the unit up and hit that sync button that is on the side of the unit. And then from this point, this is going to start that process to connect the camera. It's enabling that setup mode, and I get this flashing blue light. And from this point, it's working on connecting the camera. Once the camera's connected, it's going to want to connect to my Wi-Fi, so I can wirelessly control the camera and see the video feed from it. So the setup was successful, and now I can name the camera if I want to put it in my backyard, front yard. Side door is what I'm going to choose because that's where I'm planning on mounting this unit. And then from this point, I'm going to update the firmware. By keeping the latest firmware updated, it's going to give you the most options for the device. So now that it's updated, I can click on the thumbnail for that particular camera. And there's the video feed of me that's coming from the camera. So setup was successful. We're now ready to mount the unit. And real quick, as we do in all the videos on this channel, we've hidden Tinker. Tinker is our little hidden robot. He looks just like this guy on my shirt right here. And if you happen to spot him popping up somewhere during this video, take note of the timestamp or the amount of time into this video that you spotted Tinker popping up, and be the first person to let me know that down in the comments section below of this video, along with your best comment. And if you're the first person to find him, we'll put your name on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page, as well as give you a shout out in one of our future videos. So I'm going to be replacing a motion light that I currently had mounted on the side of my house with this new unit, and I'm going to be disconnecting the existing wires and connecting in this new system. Before I'm doing any of this, I'm making sure that my power is turned off and ensuring that. I've actually got one of these voltage pens, which I'll leave a link down in the description below if you want to check one of these out as well. But this helps ensure that there's no power currently going to the wires that I'm going to be connecting up to this new unit. Ensure safety before you do any of this work yourself, and if you're not quite sure how to do all this, hire an electrician to help you out. From this point, I was able to use the included hook that came with the camera to hang the unit next to my house, freeing up my hands, allowing me to wire it up as well as screw it into the side of the house. I then removed the hook and I was able to peel off all of those protective stickers that are not only on the floodlights but the camera, and that kept it from getting scratched up, especially the camera. You don't want to scratch up that lens on the bottom. From this point, we're ready to use the unit. So I'm going to show you some of the footage recorded on the camera, and I was able to download these clips right onto my phone. You'll notice the date and time appears in the upper right corner. And in this particular shot, I am walking in from our backyard. The AI in the camera picked up my movement and continues to follow me. Here I'm kind of moseying around one of my vans, just being creepy, and you'll see that the camera continues to follow me as well as send my phone a notification if it senses some sort of movement. Here I'm walking in from the front yard, and I am going into the side of my house. The camera also continues to follow me there as well, using that action or motion tracking. Now, if we show you some shots at night, this is where I am again walking around the vehicles, and the floodlights are turned on in the settings to be activated by motion. Now here the floodlights turned on, and this is one of the rare instances where the AI didn't track me. It just kind of stopped at my side porch. This is another shot here where the floodlights, I turned them off in the settings. So the footage you're seeing is using the infrared for the camera. This shot as well, no floodlights, and this is just what the video is going to look like using the infrared footage. This last shot here, I was moving a little bit faster, wanted to see if it was still going to be able to track me, and even with faster movements, it was able to track me. And if you like some of the features of this camera, all the cool tech that is built into it, take a second right now, smash that like button. It helps out this video as well as this channel, and I do appreciate it. So let's look very quickly at the Eufy Security app. This is the main dashboard, and any devices you have added, such as other cameras, are going to show up in this view. I'm going to click the play button on that picture, and this is going to take me to a live feed of the camera. And there's controls right underneath the camera picture, and that allows me to pan and kind of tilt up and down using those controls. There's also a light bulb underneath off to the left that allows me to turn the floodlights on and off. I can drag up the rest of the controls from the bottom of the screen, and I've got options to record, take a screenshot. These are actually going to save files to your device, or in this case, my phone. I can also pan looking around 360 degrees. You've also got controls where you can mute the sound if you want. If you want to access different events, you can do that. Auto night vision. You can send an audible alarm, which honestly is really loud. I mean, it's pretty ear-piercing and can be heard from several doors down. Because I have tested it. If you notice something happening and you want to scare somebody by sending an audible alarm, you've got that option. You can turn the tracking on and off as well, and you can recalibrate stuff. So those are all different options from the actual camera. And I'm going to click on events, and this takes me into any recorded events where the camera saw something happening, and you can access all those files, and then you can actually download those files right to your device. So in this instance, I was recording outside and the camera was recording me. It even shows a snapshot of my face just below the video clip, and then you'll see options here where you can download this clip, share it. You can also delete right from inside the app, and this will save a video file right to your phone or device. So using the built-in calendar, I can click on the dates, and any dates that have a blue dot have events that were recorded, such as the 24th, and I can quickly access any of those files by just clicking on one of those video shots. Something else I wanted to mention is under the gear icon or settings, you can see all the different camera settings, and you can do things like turn the camera on and off, status LED, auto night vision, or even if you don't want the logo on there. And then there's tons of different options for motion detection. You can click on that, and as we see here, you can turn that ability on or off, and you can have different detection types for humans or all motion, and you can even do the detection range where you can have it be very low all the way to furthest. And I've kind of tested this, and it definitely changes the detection range as far as kind of sensitivity for the unit. You've got everything from light settings, recording settings. So if you click on that, you can choose different lengths for recordings that it's going to be taking, your video quality, the 2K, or you've got the full HD 1080p. And then you've got different options underneath video quality for audio settings, notification settings. I'm getting notifications on my phone every time it shows some sort of movement or notices something outside. So you can get notified all the time, full effect, include thumbnail, whatever you want as far as those notifications. Lots of different options that you can play with. And then under storage, we have local storage, cloud storage, NAS, and it kind of shows you here what we have filled up as far as available versus total. So it does offer cloud storage, and you don't have to do this, but if you want, they give you a free trial. Otherwise, you can kind of see here per device what they've got as far as different options and pricing for their basic storage as well as premier storage plans. So the app itself has light control functions, and if we jump into that, you'll see that what I can do is actually control the brightness of the light, everything from 100%, so this is 100% full brightness right now, all the way down to like a 1, and you can see how dim it is up on the light. If I bring it back up to 100, it's going to be hard to see on camera, but I can also control the color temperature. So I can do a warmer white, which is what you're seeing right now, all the way to a cooler temperature white, which is going to be that temperature right there, and then any varying degree in between, as well as any varying brightness between those two colors. You've also got settings where you can turn on the light using motion, so motion activation, and you can set one color temperature as well as one brightness for the motion activation. And then if you go into the ambient light just to have that on, you can have different settings for that as far as color of the light as well as brightness. So an interesting feature about this light is not only will it turn on if you want to turn it on with the app, but it also has an ambient light control and a sunset to sunrise setting where it'll stay on during those times. But you can also have the light turn on if there's any type of motion detected. And you can have different light settings, so you can have a different brightness and different color temperature for a motion activation versus just having the ambient light on. You can choose a different color temperature or light brightness for that setting as well. You've also got full Google Assistant integration. So I was able to pull up the camera on my television by just giving a voice command, and then I can actually watch what's happening on this camera system right from my TV. There is a couple of seconds delay in doing that, but it is a good way to monitor something visually besides just looking at it on the app on my phone. The other thing is you can control the light, the floodlight features, also by using your voice using Google. Eufy did reach out to me with a $50 discount code that can be used for viewers on this channel. That discount code is only available for a limited time, and you can find that code as well as a link to the security camera down in the video description below. So I'm interested to know, what are your thoughts on this camera, floodlight, and security system? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you have any questions, I will do the best I can to answer them for you. My name is Jeff. This is Tinker Forward, and as always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.